This is the example of Kendo Grid user interface. There's a toolbar, there's a template where you can open or archive the items. You can filter, you can hide columns, you can do paging. Now I'll show you how it is done. Hello, welcome to envolay.com. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Kendo Grid for your website. So here, as you can see in my screen, this is a sample of Kendo Grid user interface. I separated the active topics and the archive topics. Okay. Now in this Kendo Grid user interface, I have title, visible, created by, created date, and this can be controlled through JavaScript. All you need to do is specify which fields you want to be appear on the Kendo Grid. And these items, this can be implemented on your server pages. So you have to create service that returns data in JSON format. So I will show you how it looks like. So this is the data from the server pages. As you can see in this JSON, it gives you all items from the server. So it gives you 45 items. But if you use server filtering, you can control the number of items that you want to retrieve from the server pages. And I will show you later. Okay, now let's check the JavaScript side. So this is the JavaScript initialization in the Kendo. So here you need data source where you can specify the URL for your service. So in this URL, I am calling the get service. Okay, so this is the code. This default.csp is under topic, and I created a service here called get, and then this will call this function, and it will get the query from the repository. So this line will create the JSON format. So in this page, we want to retrieve only 5 items, not all items. As you can see here, it's showing all items. Okay, so we want only 5 items because we are accessing the active one, not including the archive. So what we can do here is like we can modify the JavaScript, and we need to add server filtering. Okay. Now, if you use this server filtering, this will work the filter, because right now, when this service is called, there is no parameter passed to the server pages. So now I added this server filtering true. Okay, now let's refresh again. So this should return only 5 items. Okay, now let's check the fiddler. Okay, so we are passing this filter is archive equals 0. That means only active. And now it's returning 5 items, which is the active one. The same thing for archive. If you click archive, it will give you only the archive items. As you can see, it returns all the items of archive. So total of 40. But we need to display only 10 items. Okay, in order to do that, we need to modify the JavaScript. So in this silver filtering, we need to add server paging, because we need to show only 10 items. This page size is the one that's controlling number of items to be displayed on the grid. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, let's check the archive one. Let's clear this data. Okay. Now it's showing only 10 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it gives you 40 items, so that it will show you how many pages available. Okay. So in order to show the paging here, so to do that, we need to modify the JavaScript and add pageable. Let's refresh the page again. Okay. If you go to archive, it shows 4 pages. Page 2, page 3, and page 4. So every time you click this one, it calls the service with different number of page. Okay. Now we need to add sorting here. So we cannot sort the column. So to do that, we have to modify the JavaScript. We have to modify the grid and add sortable. And mode multiple, you can sort multiple columns. Okay. Now next, we need to add filter. So for example, if you want to filter these items, it pop-ups the small form, and then you can type the items you want to filter. So to do that, we have to modify the JavaScript, and we'll add filterable is equals to true. Okay. So if you want to search for C++ Apache module, and you need to do it here, say filter. The same thing here. For example, if you want to get the items from page 4, which is FIFA World Cup 2014, okay. Now there is a feature where you can hide the column. Okay. For example, if it is too much information on this grid and you want to minimize the number of columns, you can do that. So to do that, we need to modify the JavaScript again, and we'll add column. Okay. It gives you this column title visible created by. If you untick this one, it will hide the other columns. It's visible is created. If you want to edit this one, or if you want to archive, we need to add menu here. So to do that, let's go back to the JavaScript again, and we're going to add detail template. Okay. Detail template requires HTML on your template. But let's refresh this page again. See, open. You can open something like this. So I will show you the HTML from the template. Okay. So here you need to specify this template and then put this HTML code like open. And then next, if you want to create um, article or topic, we need to add a toolbar here, which is already showing here. So this would be the toolbar, and then this will appear automatically on the top of the grid. All you need to do is modify the JavaScript again, add toolbar. Okay. So let's check this one. If you say open, this will open a page, and then here you can modify the content of your. Now if you want to create an article, we need to modify the JavaScript again and add callback function for create new. So we need to modify the JavaScript, and we need to add this click function. Then you can start creating new content. Now we need to add one more action menu here. So from active, we need to archive, and then from archive, we need to unarchive. Okay, so to do that, we have to modify the template. This would be the template, and as you can see here, we have only this field that we can use. So we need to check this field is archived. So in this template, we need to add code here. Now if the item is not archived, then we need to say archive, and then we need to pass 1. Otherwise, we'll pass 0 to unarchived. Press the page. Okay, so archive. The other side is unarchived. Now for this one, we need to create a JavaScript function. So we'll go back to the JavaScript here, and then we'll add the archive topic. So here, before you archive, it will confirm if you want to archive. And then if you want to archive, then it will call this service archive. Now we need to create service on your server page. So let's go back to this code, and then we'll add archive here. Okay, now we need to modify also this code. Let's refresh the page. So I want to archive this one. So are you sure that you want to archive? Okay, now if you check from archive here, it's already archived. And it's not here. Now what we want to do is to unarchive. Okay. Now it's here. There's another way you can check the service if it is working properly. So you have to use this REST client, and then all you need to use specify the URL, the folder, and then the service, and then the other parameter. If you send it, this will give you this data. It is archived. So it will give you the 10 items with a total number of 40. One more thing, if you check this JavaScript, here you need to specify the type date, okay, so that you can able to format the created date, because as you can see here, it's showing this created date, year, month, day, and then the time. So if you want to format like this one, day, month, year, so you have to specify type date and then use format and then use dd YYY. If you don't want to format, this is not required. So by default, it will give you like this. So that's why you need to modify the JavaScript and specify the type of the created date, then you can use this format. And when you click this active in archive, there's an equivalent function for that in JavaScript. Active, then you have to pass this archive is equals to 0. If you want to get all the archive items, then you have to pass this filter is archive operator is equals to 1. Okay, thank you for stopping by, and bye for now.